Hey everyone, I'm Thorbjorn or TDHA, and I am going to speak a little bit about a disease called Colitis ulcerosa or CU. It is an inflammatory bowel disease. I'm speaking about this subject as a layman, but I have that one connection that I am a patient of that disease. So I'm speaking on what I have learned by speaking to doctors and what I have experienced myself. But I'm in no way a doctor or scientist in that regard, so I only know what I have been taught as a patient. I've had the disease for 12 years or something like that. I have had the diagnosis for that long anyhow. I probably have suffered from the disease for like 15 years, since I was about 15 years old. So you can figure out I'm about 30 right now. The disease is, as I told you, IBD, inflammatory bowel disease. It is a disease that comes from your immune system. Your immune system is overly active in your big intestine, and you will get infection in your big intestines, and it will hurt a lot in your stomach often. Your joints will feel hindered, and they can hurt a lot sometimes. You will get very sleepy because you're running to the bathroom all the time because your big intestine is infected, so you have a lot of diarrhea, and you will pick up any kind of diseases regarding to your stomach if there is just a hint of bad hygiene or something like that. You will get sick. There is a lot of, and because it is an immune system disease, you are more prone to get other illnesses. You get sick by touching food or touching dirt and stuff like that. It can be very hindering for your social life especially, and for your work life of course, because you're tired and you're running off to the bathroom all the time. So your efficiency goes down by a lot. And what can you do about the disease? Of course, you have to go to the doctor. That's number one. You have to receive some kind of medicine in the beginning. Some can avoid medicine on the long terms, but as a first action, that should be to contact your doctor and get medical help. The medical help can come in different forms. There are pills you can swallow, and they will help your stomach. They will set your immune system straight and start the healing process. There are pills that you will have to take in rectally. There are foams, again rectally. You can get biological treatment, which will be injected either by IV or pens or syringes. They come in different packages depending on which brand it is and which type of medicine it is. Then we have the last treatment the medical society can give you. That will be operation, where you get what is called a J pouch, where they remove your big intestines and take the nether part of your small intestines and sew it together. So it will be like a reservoir, and it will start functioning as a kind of a big intestines, but not as effective. So you will still have 5 to 8 toilet visits a day. But if you are really sick with this disease, that can be a very, very big help. So yeah. Typically, it will take 3 operations to get the big intestines removed, get a temporary stomia, and then at last put it all together. You can do it in 2 operations sometimes, but they prefer to do it in 3 often. Yeah, so that's the medical aspect of it. Then we have some more alternative treatments. There are diets. My favorite, one who helped me personally, was low FODMAP, where you avoid certain sugar types and live by a strict diet, but a diet that you can alter through time. You can learn to adapt some products on the way. There are other alternatives, other diets. I do not know them as well, because I found low FODMAP pretty fast in my medical history. So I've been living by it since the first book was written. I think it's like 8 years ago or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. I have to, but for a long time. So it comes natural now, and by now the only thing I actually avoid from this diet is lactose. I'm not lactose intolerant, but if I take any lactose in, I will become very sick, feverish, diarrhea and stuff like that. Not pleasant, but it isn't lactose intolerance. I've been tested. So and I have to watch the amount of grease and fat. I have to. There are some fruits, especially apples. I cannot eat apples. I will get very, very sick by it. So there are a few things, but it is not as life-altering as it was in the beginning, because you adapt the food and the diet. So but there are other diets. I will not speak about them because I have not tried them. I know very little about them. But there are other alternatives. I know. There are alternative medication. Yeah, medicine. Alternative medicine. Also, most of them, I've tried some, not all of it, but most of them I have found to be totally ineffective. They are very, very close to being only a mental help. It is like popping vitamins and telling you that it will cure cancer. Your attitude and the little boost you will get from the pills might set you in the right direction, but to me it was placebo and nothing else. I know people. I'm sorry. I just choked the whole camera. I know people who have had effect from them, but I have not. There is one alternative that I have not tried. That's hemp. It should be beneficial. There are medical evidence that it should be helpful for people with this disease. It will heal up the intestines quite a bit, and it will of course take away a lot of your pain. I've not tried it, as I said, and I'm not going to, especially because I had the operation now, so I'm not sick anymore. I have some after effects, small parts of the illness is still active, but as a whole, I'm not sick anymore in that regard. So that's one, but also because right now in Denmark it is illegal, so of course I will not try it because of that. But also the idea to use drugs and not medical drugs in that way, it will just remove some of the reality in my perspective. I don't think, if they find a way to use this and remove the psychedelic part, I might be afraid, but I don't want to to be high all the time just to be healthy. It's life quality. You have to be able to live your life normal and go to your job, take care of your family. And to me, it wouldn't be life quality if I had to get stoned a couple of times a week. It wouldn't be. It would remove some of my freedom, I think, personally. I'm not saying that this will be true for everyone, and I'm not judging people who are trying it out, because you can get very, very desperate with this disease. I've been it myself. I've been at the point where I have been thinking, are there any reasons to continue? I'm just getting more and more sick, and yeah, I couldn't do the stuff that I wanted to. I couldn't keep my appointments, couldn't do my duty. So no, I understand that you want to try everything out, but luckily I got the operations after after 10 years they started operating on me. The operation have taken 2 years for me, because I sprung a leak after the second operation and got very sick from that, and it wouldn't heal probable, and so I ended up actually getting 9 operations instead of 2 or 3. So yeah, but that was very bad luck for me. So yeah, but I'm over it now, and I'm starting to try to get back to my old self from 15 years ago. So yeah, but I'm trying. So if you have this disease, you should not just dump the medical part of it. Use it and mix it with the alternatives that you personally need, and then everything should be fine. You can live with this disease without problem if you are treated well and your disease isn't too aggressive. And if your disease is aggressive, you can get the operation. There is a sister disease called morbus Crohn, and it is a tad harder because it can be in the entire intestine from your ass actually to your mouth, all the way. It can be situated, so it cannot be operated in the same way. The medical treatments are pretty much the same. The symptoms are pretty much the same. The MC can be a little bit more severe than CU, but yeah, but they are very similar in almost every regard. There are a third disease in this, or actually there are 4 diseases all in all, but the third is morbus spectral. It's called in Danish. I don't know if that's the international name actually, but it is a gout version. So all your joints, and especially your back, will lock, almost grow together in time, and it should be very, very painful. Luckily, it is the least progressed disease, so they are fused with this disease than the other. The fourth is irritated bowels. It is the least severe of the 4. It is not an inflammatory disease in the same way as the 3 others are, and it can be treated very, very easily. It is still an annoyance. It is still a severe interruption on your everyday life and on your health, but compared to the 3 others, it is the least severe. So yeah. So this is my short introductions to colitis ulcerosa and inflammatory bowels. bowel diseases. I hope you can use it. Please ask questions. If you like the movie, please like the video. Please share it with your friends. Send the links around. Let's get information out. And then I hope to see you in my upcoming videos. Bye.